ist jetzt auch hier nicht.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're pulling us off one by one.
I've never done.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last part. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Okay, weiter geht's.
Thing about the whole boat's trying to run. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says, but you had better hurry.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked
Precisely.
Oh, ein Kampf beginnt. Oder endet in dem Fall relativ schnell.
What's happened?
So, aber jetzt rasch alles zusammensuchen, was man irgendwie hier finden kann. So, Schaukasten. Alles, wie wir schon drauf mitnehmen, man kann vielleicht schon gute oder so, zumindest solide Ausrüstung finden, für den Anfang zumindest. Ich glaube, ich bin eher auf zwei Hand. Genau. Ich glaube, das ist einer, der eher auf zwei Hand geskillt werden muss. Okay.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. God damn it. Need to get off this wreck and quick.
Komm, ist da noch irgendjemand am Leben? Dem man vielleicht noch etwas Ausrüstung spendieren könnte. Ausrüstung!
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know that you were mortal once, but could you not have let their ignorance fall away with your flesh? I have neither lungs to drown nor stomach to poison. This ship's fate does not concern me.
Okay.
No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. You, on the other hand, would be better placed finding a lifeboat. I dare say you would be hopelessly lost in the ocean's dark heart.
Okay.
I believe you did, although I was wearing the face of an elf at the time. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands. Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Oh, Fäustlinge. Das ist einmal etwas wesentlich Besseres.
The marking on the door was painted. You press your... It doesn't budge. The door groans.
Something's breaking through. What's all those things?
Und aufgewühlte Wasser gelevelt. So. Wir haben ein bisschen was, aber ja, nicht viel. Und der erste richtige Kampf hier.
To get off this ship.
Sehr schön, sehr schön, sehr schön. So, der ist erledigt. So, einmal eine Zauberrolle des Feuerballs.
That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old school say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Said there were people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you. There's a ladder
Wir
right
machen
over
jetzt einen
there.
Heldenmut und
You
gehen
can go
runter.
straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
So. Auf nach unten.
If you can get yourself up the ladder, there's a boat. Wait, void woken.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Oh, einen habe ich noch übersehen, der war da hinten.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
Und trinken. Und purzeln. So.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
Let's head above decks for some air.
Noch schnell einen Leerwandler abgrasen.
Something it's Magister Sin. The one who put on this damn collar. Sounds like she needs help. Playing dead, are you? Probably a good idea. Playing dead, are you? Probably a good idea.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
It's ripping the ship apart.
Okay.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Erhebt euch!
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Ja. Oder auch nicht. Muss ich mich da richtig hinsetzen? Ups. Hallo meine lieben Freunde, das war's von Divinity Original Sin 2. Ich hoffe es hat euch gefallen und ihr bleibt mir gewogen mit einem Abo und einem Daumen rauf und natürlich mit Betätigung der Glocke. Unten in der Videobeschreibung der Link zum lieben Lunk, mit dem ich die Elder Scrolls Online Let's Play und natürlich auch der Link zu meinen laufenden Let's Plays. Ich verbleibe als euer Gaming Dragon mit einem heißen Fario für diesen Part.